In the next 48 hours, a door is opening that has never opened in your lifetime. The stars are aligning in a way that hasn't been seen in generations. And if you are watching this right now, that is not an accident. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change everything you thought you knew about this moment in your life. Welcome back, Chosen One. June 19th and 20th, 2026. 2 days, 48 hours, and the universe has been building toward this exact window for years. You feel it, don't you? Something in the air. A strange electricity humming beneath the surface of your life. A quiet knowing that something enormous is about to shift. Your sleep has changed. Your emotions are louder. Your dreams feel like messages. That is not anxiety. That is not confusion. That is your soul recognizing what your mind hasn't caught up to yet. This is the eve of the summer solstice, the most sacred energetic threshold of the entire astrological year. On June 21st, the sun will cross into 0 degrees Cancer, officially marking the longest day and shortest night of 2026. But here is what most people don't understand. The peak of an energy event doesn't begin at the moment of arrival. It begins in the hours and days before. The 48 hours leading into the solstice, June 19th and 20th, are the gateway. They are the hallway God walks you through before He opens the room. And the room He is opening right now is unlike anything that has been offered to this generation before. Think about what it took to arrive at this moment. Think about every season you endured in silence, every prayer whispered in the dark, every morning you woke up and decided to keep going, even when you had no proof that anything was changing. The universe was watching every single one of those moments. It was cataloging your faith. And now, right now, it is preparing your answer. But before we talk about what changes during these 48 hours, you need to understand why this particular gateway is unlike anything that has come before it. Because this isn't just a solstice, this is a convergence that happens once in a generation. And for many of you watching, it will only happen once in your lifetime. The heavens have been in motion for months, rearranging, repositioning, realigning. And everything has been pointing toward this window, toward you, toward this exact intersection of your soul's journey and cosmic time. So if you have been feeling like you are standing at the edge of something massive, you are. The question isn't whether this energy is real. The question is whether you are going to receive what it's offering. Stay with me, because we are just getting started. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly what God is doing in your life right now, why the waiting is finally over, and what you need to do in the next 48 hours to step fully through the door that is opening for you. Why 2026 is unlike any year before. Let's talk about why 2026 is different, not just slightly different, fundamentally, historically, cosmically different. For the first time in generations, all 4 of the major outer planets have simultaneously shifted into new signs. Pluto has moved into Aquarius, Neptune has entered Aries, Saturn is anchored in Aries, and Uranus has crossed into Gemini. 4 planetary giants, all in new territory at the same time. Astrologers have been watching this convergence build for years, and the consensus is unanimous. This is a once-in-a-generation reset of the entire cosmic blueprint. What does that mean for you? It means the rules have changed. The energy fields that governed the last decade, the old lessons, the old limitations, the old versions of who you were allowed to be, they have been dissolved. The universe has wiped the slate, and in its place, it has written a new assignment: acceleration, innovation, spiritual awakening, and the absolute demand for authenticity. The cosmos is no longer tolerating the false version of you. It is calling forward the real one. And leading this charge is Uranus in Gemini, the great awakener now operating in the sign of the mind, communication, and divine revelation. Uranus in Gemini is forming powerful electric alignments with Pluto in Aquarius, creating a current of energy so charged that the universe is practically begging you to make the leap you've been too afraid to take. The leap into your purpose, into your power, into the version of your life that already exists on the other side of your hesitation. At the same time, Neptune has entered Aries, which means the spiritual realm is now infusing itself into action and courage. Your dreams are no longer meant to stay dreams. They are being activated, ignited, and pointed directly at your physical reality. And on June 19th, the very first day of our sacred 48-hour window, something extraordinary and quietly earth-shaking occurred. Chiron, the wounded healer of the zodiac, entered Taurus. Chiron spends approximately 8 years in each sign. Its entry into Taurus marks the beginning of a multi-year healing cycle focused entirely on your sense of worth, your financial worth, your personal worth, your emotional worth. The wounds you carry around money, abundance, value, and self-love are being called forward right now, not to punish you, but to finally, permanently heal them. Chiron entering Taurus on the very eve of the summer solstice is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment. The universe chose this timing on purpose. The healing of your self-worth and the opening of the cosmic floodgates at the solstice are happening simultaneously, because what God is about to release into your life requires you to believe you deserve to receive it. This is your healing activation, and it begins now. The door God is opening. So let's talk about the door. When the sun crosses into 0 degrees Cancer at the summer solstice, it hits what astrologers call the Aries point, one of the most potent and activated degrees in the entire zodiac. 0 degrees of any cardinal sign represents a raw, unfiltered initiation, a beginning that carries the full force of cosmic intention behind it. This isn't a gentle nudge, this is a celestial declaration. The Aries point at 0 degrees Cancer is a trigger point, and when the sun crosses it this year, surrounded by this unprecedented planetary configuration, the release of cardinal energy is going to be massive. Massive for the collective, but especially massive for those of you who have been doing the inner work, for the ones who chose growth even when it hurt, for the ones who held the vision even when the circumstances said otherwise. Cancer governs home, family, emotional security, ancestry, the inner sanctuary you carry within yourself. When the sun moves into Cancer, the cosmic emphasis shifts inward, toward what truly nourishes you, who truly belongs in your life, and what emotional truth you have been pushing down that now demands to be honored. For chosen ones, this is the moment the emotional chapter you've been living in finally turns its last page. Think about it this way. For many of you, the last season of your life has felt like a long winter. Even if it was physically summer, you've been in a holding pattern, waiting for the breakthrough that kept being delayed, trusting in a promise that hadn't yet materialized, fighting for a peace that still felt slightly out of reach. And here is what God is saying to you through the stars. The waiting is being honored. Every day you chose faith over fear. It was recorded. Every moment you refused to let bitterness take root, it was seen. Every tear you cried into the night and still woke up the next morning and kept going. Heaven was watching. And the door that is opening now is the direct answer to that faithfulness. With Venus in Leo also active during this window, the energy of love, beauty, creativity, and self-expression is supercharged. What comes through this door for many of you will involve your heart, your relationships, your sense of joy, the parts of yourself you dimmed in order to survive circumstances that were beneath you. With Pluto in Aquarius still working its long, slow transformation of the collective, this is also a moment of legacy, of purpose, of stepping into your role in the larger story that your life is part of. The door God is opening isn't just for your comfort, it's for your calling, and it requires the most courageous thing you've ever done, simply walking through it. 5 things, changing for chosen ones, plus signs you're feeling it. Now let's get specific, because this energy isn't abstract. It is showing up in your daily life right now, and you need to know how to recognize it. Here are 5 things that are shifting for chosen ones during this 48-hour window. Number 1, your sense of worth is being permanently upgraded. With Chiron entering Taurus right now, the wounds around money, value, and self-worth are cracking open, not to devastate you, but to let the light in. You are going to start recognizing the ways you have accepted less than you deserve, tolerated what diminished you, and undervalued what you bring to this world. That recognition isn't painful. It is liberating. It is the beginning of the most powerful financial and emotional upgrade of your life. Number 2, your emotional truth is breaking through. Cancer energy does not allow suppression. What you have been feeling but not saying, what you have been knowing but not acting on, it is surfacing now. Let it. The emotions coming up during these 48 hours are not obstacles, they are instructions. Number 3, your love life is entering a new chapter. With Venus in Leo fully activated, the energy of romance, connection, and deep soul partnership is alive. Something is shifting in your closest relationships, or clearing the path for something new to arrive. Pay attention to who shows up in your life this week. Number 4, your purpose is becoming undeniable. The combination of Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and the Solstice Gateway is creating a clarity around your calling that may feel sudden and overwhelming. Ideas that have been circling for months will crystallize. Directions that were foggy will snap into focus. This is your assignment becoming clear. Number 5, your identity is graduating. The version of you that survived what you've been through is completing its assignment. A new version of you, more grounded, more sovereign, more certain, is stepping forward now. And here's how you know your system is tuned in to this frequency. You are waking up at 3 or 4 in the morning, not because you're anxious, but because the universe is speaking, and it needs you in the stillness. You are experiencing strange warmth in your chest, like a light flickering on inside. Your dreams are vivid and layered. You are receiving downloads in sleep. You may feel emotional without a clear reason. Joy and grief arriving together, which is the signature of a genuine spiritual release. Old memories are surfacing to be seen, honored, and released. You feel like you are standing at the edge of something enormous, a threshold, a before and after. That feeling is real. You are not imagining it. You are standing at the door. God's message to you, plus mistakes to avoid. Before I give you God's message for this season, there are some things you must be intentional about during these 48 hours, because this energy is an amplifier, and it will magnify whatever you feed it. Do not feed it negativity. Whatever you focus on during this window will be accelerated. So if you spend June 19th and 20th rehearsing your fears, cataloging your losses, and speaking defeat over your situation, The universe will match that frequency. Choose your thoughts with the same care you would choose what to plant in sacred soil. Do not isolate yourself in a closed spirit. This is not a time to contract, to hide, or to wall yourself off from the possibility of receiving. The summer solstice asks you to open, to stand in the light, not the shadow. Even if vulnerability is uncomfortable, choose openness. Do not dismiss your intuition. Every gut feeling you experience during this window is a cosmic download. If something tells you to reach out, do it. If something warns you to step back, honor it. If an idea arrives with unusual clarity, write it down. Your inner knowing is operating at peak frequency right now. Do not rush into decisions. The energy is powerful, and powerful energy can create urgency where patience is actually the wiser path. Let the revelations arrive. Let the emotions process. Act from grounded wisdom, not reactive emotion. And most importantly, do not block the release. If you cry, let yourself cry. If old grief surfaces, let it move. You cannot receive the new while you are clenching the old. What is rising in you during these 48 hours is asking permission to leave. Give it that permission. Now, here is what God is saying to you through every single thing that has been constructed in the heavens for this moment. Your season of waiting was never punishment. It was preparation. Every delay contained a development you couldn't see at the time. Every closed door protected you from a path that wasn't worthy of you. Every moment you held the faith without evidence. That was you passing the test that qualified you for what comes next. And what comes next is real. It is already in motion. It has your name on it. From the summer solstice forward, the light begins to turn inward. The days grow incrementally shorter until December. But that is not a signal to grieve. That is a signal to receive. The harvest doesn't come in the planting season. It comes after. And you, chosen one, are entering your harvest. Stand in the solstice light and claim it. Open your hands. Open your heart. Open your spirit. The door is open. God has been holding it for you, and you have always been worthy of walking through it. If this message landed in your spirit today, that was not a coincidence. You were guided here, and I need you to do something before you leave. Right now, in the comments below, type the words, "I am ready," because declaring your readiness out loud is one of the most powerful things you can do at the threshold of a new season. Let the universe hear it from you. If this video blessed you, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps this message reach the chosen ones who need to hear it most right now. Someone in your life is standing at their own closed door, wondering if breakthrough is real. Share this video with them. You might be the reason they make it through. And if you are not subscribed yet, this is your sign. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell notification, because we release these cosmic transmissions regularly, and every single one is crafted to keep you aligned, grounded, and moving forward on your divine path. The solstice window is open for the next 48 hours. Use every moment of it with intention. Pray, journal, rest, receive, and remember, God does not open doors halfway. This one is wide open. I'll see you in the next transmission. Stay chosen, stay ready, stay in faith.